friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I have an exciting planning Q&A for you guys, and this video is in collaboration with 4 other lovely planning channels: Planning Annie, Morgan Plans, The Foxycorn, and Life in the Bin. So please check out their videos. I'll be linking them down below. I've been watching their videos over the past few days and they've all been so inspiring to me. And I want to say a special thank you to Planning Annie for inviting me to do this collaboration. And if you would like to join us on this collaboration, please do use the hashtag PlannerCrush2021 here on YouTube, and I will be listing the questions down below. So without further ado, let's get started. I will be doing a decorate with me along with this Q&A. I wanted to do this video during my weekly review, but unfortunately that didn't happen. So at the very least, I will be decorating last week's spread on camera for you guys, and you can see my decorating process at the end of the week. So I want to use my botanist sticker anthology book and see if I can use my antiquarian sticker book as well. And while I flip through my book here, I'm just going to go ahead and answer the first question, which is, what was my very first planner? The first physical planner that I remember having, besides the one that I would get in elementary school, is actually from college, and it was a Starbucks planner. I remember my mom getting it for me, and I don't have that planner anymore, unfortunately, but I did use it to write down quiz dates, exam dates, due dates for my papers. I had a little section for my fitness log because I was trying to work out and get in shape at that time. I remember that. I also remember not being very consistent with it, and I did drop out, I think, a couple of months into that planner, which is kind of sad. I think at the time I was mainly using my computer and my phone to keep up with my due dates, so my physical planner didn't really stick. And then that went on for a couple of years. Now, the earliest planner that I do have is this one from 2016. This planner was from a friend. I didn't know it back then, but this is a B6 size. This was all the way from Australia. Sad to say, I also fell out of using this planner a few weeks in, which I feel really bad about because my friend gave this to me and I never used it to its fullest potential. So I did do some calendar events on the monthly and then like nothing. I started doing some memory keeping instead. Oh, I have a personal picture there. So I would just print out photos from my social media and my blog. I had a blog back then that I used mainly for journaling, so that's what I ended up doing. Most of this I think was backfilling, so I was really into crochet back then. 2016, I didn't have my child yet, and I remember all I really did back then was work, and I worked at home, so I didn't even have a commute. I've been working remotely since 2015, and then after work I would clock out and just hang out with my husband, watch some Netflix, play video games, so I felt like my life wasn't busy enough for a planner. Looking back, I realized that I had so many things that I could have kept track of, and I just didn't. I could have used this to plan my blog posts. I could have used this to track my crochet projects, track the Netflix shows that I was watching. There were so many things I could have done with this planner, so I wish I had known that back then, but at the time I didn't know what to do with this because in my mind a planner is just for important dates, appointments, and all that. So I would say this is my biggest planner regret, and if my friend is watching this, please forgive me. It's still very, very precious to me. I did fill it up with some precious memories. Alright, so let's get to the decorating. I got completely sidetracked. I want to do a blue spread because I have this strip of blue scrapbook paper because I actually ripped this part of my tracker on the other side. I hated the way I wrote down tracker here, so I put a sticker over it. Ended up hating that too, so I ripped it off and part of the paper ripped off, so I decided to just add this scrapbook paper to reinforce it. So I want to stick to this color scheme and have a blue spread. Question number 2 is, what do you look for in a planner? I think for me, I really like this weekly layout where the dates are on one side and then you have a notes page on the other side. I really appreciate that kind of structure, and I've gotten used to doing it over the last year or so. If I wasn't using this kind of format, I would just go back to a regular notebook and just bullet journal. Those are the 2 formats that I'm very comfortable with. Alright, sorry, I just had to cover up some private info. We're gonna go with this sticker. But before I put it down, I want to see if I can add something from this book. So another thing that I would say I like to look for in a planner is I really like a bound format. I've tried rings and I've dabbled with discs and traveler's notebook, but I really gravitate towards a bound notebook. I think because I appreciate the limitations that it has. With the rings, I tend to get way into my head and feel like, oh, I have to put in these dividers and these dashboards and make it pretty like all the other videos that I see, and I just can't, I don't know, I just can't do it. I feel like it's not really that big of a priority for me. As long as it's functional, I don't actually care for pretty dividers. That's not to say that anyone who does like those things are wrong, or, you know, they have their priorities messed up, but just for me personally, it's not as big of a priority. So I think that's one thing that holds me back from using rings. And also discs, I feel like I have to decorate it, which obviously I don't. But yeah, so for me, I really like a bound notebook. This page looks really cute and it has a lot of these blue stickers that I'm looking for. Although I don't know about the purple background, but we'll keep a tab on this. Okay, so I pulled out my Sticky Club subscription binder and I picked up a couple of sticker sheets, so I think we will go with these instead. A huge part of my decorating process is choosing these stickers beforehand, so please bear with me. I will get to putting down some stickers on my spread soon enough. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and answer the third question. What planner are you crushing on right now but haven't made the first move? So I have several here. So first off, I have this Printpression Weeks, and I recently bought these as a bundle on Facebook for an amazing deal. So I got the book and then this beautiful foil cover. It's so gorgeous. It looks like a magical card and I'm so in love with this cover. And then I also got this lilac TN style cover and then this metallic cover with a clasp on it. To be fair, they're all oops covers, so there are some imperfections in some of them. Like the book has these oil stains, which I don't mind. I'm gonna be putting stickers on these. And then this cover has this, I don't know if you can see, but part of the paint came off here. So I did order some lilac glitter paint to just kind of cover that up. And then this one, I'm not really sure what's wrong with this. If I were to guess, I think the stitching here is a little bit wonky, but that doesn't really bother me. I don't know what's wrong with this cover. I really love this cover with the clasp on it. But I'm so happy I was able to nab this deal on Facebook. And I haven't set this up yet because I'm feeling a little bit of a paralysis with feeling like I need to make it perfect. You know, it's a new year, it's a new book, so I feel like, oh, it needs to be perfect. You know, all of my other planners have all these imperfections, so this needs to be beautiful, which obviously isn't realistic because you're going to make a mistake sooner or later. So I just need to get over that fear and then I'll be able to set up this planner. I'm thinking of setting it up this weekend. I know it's already February, but since this is undated, I don't feel so bad about jumping in and out of this planner. I'm thinking of using this as a kind of a high-level items type of planner where the super important things that I need to do that day goes into this one. And then I can tote this around the house with me because this planner tends to stay on my desk, so it's a little bit inconvenient for me walking all the way back to the office just to see what I need to do. So that's the first one. And then the second one I want to try is a personal wide planner. Now, I've had this Printpression personal wide for a while now. I use it to store my Franklin Covey compact inserts, but lately I've been interested in the personal wide size, so I actually cut up this sheet of paper. This is personal wide, never mind the disc punches here, but this is personal wide. So if you compare it to the Franklin Covey inserts, it's got that extra width there, so I cut this up just to see if I like the size, and I can see myself using this size, but I haven't set up a personal wide planner yet because I think about all the dividers that I'm going to have to get, all the inserts that I'm either going to have to buy or print out, and it takes a lot of time and money to do all that. And I think if I set a personal wide planner, what kind of positivity would that add to my life? And I can't really think of any, so that's what's been holding me back. You know, I have all of these planners already, and I'm already struggling to use multiple planners if I'm being completely honest, so I feel like this is just gonna add on to the pile of planners that I have that I feel like I need to use, but I can't find a reason for, so that's the biggest reason why I haven't done personal wide. But I am very curious about the size, and I just kind of want to see what it's like. Maybe one of these days I'll finally use up all of my personal size inserts, and then I can move on to a personal wide size to see what that's like. So those two are my two biggest planner crushes right now. I'm really excited to give this one a try, because if this works out for me, I think I will go for a Hobonichi weeks next year, so that's exciting. I love this sticker sheet, and it does have some blue tones to it, so we're gonna keep this around. And then maybe this one. I always like to add a girl sticker to my spreads for 2021. And I also have these. These are all from Sticky Club, by the way. So if you like what you're seeing, definitely check out their subscription box. I'll link it down below. Alright, so question number 4 is, what is something about a planner that turns you off immediately? First thing that comes to mind for me is rough paper. I don't mind a little 2Dness, but if it's just like writing on sandpaper, then I can't do it. I just can't. I have these inserts that I got from Amazon. These lined ones, you might have seen them around. And they're pretty close to the Franklin Covey compact size, which is why I picked them up. But the paper is so rough. I just couldn't. It was like writing on sandpaper. I hated it. I haven't been using these inserts. And then I can't wrap my head around planning on a vertical layout. Not necessarily an hourly, just having the dates going down like this. Like the Hobonichi style, I guess. The Hobonichi cousin or the Erin Condren. I just can't do it. So that's another thing that gives me pause when I see a planner. I wouldn't say it's a complete deal breaker. It's just more like I don't know what I would do with it. So that's another thing about a planner that turns me off. Alright, so I think we're just going to have to do it, right? Just choose one of these stickers and do it. Do we want the London sticker or the Paris sticker? I think I'll go with the Paris one. Question number 5 is, what makes you break up with a planner? I think it's just if it becomes too hard for me to maintain. If I feel like going through it is a chore and I stop enjoying using it, then that would make me not want to use a planner anymore. So a big struggle for me was when I was using, again, the Franklin Covey compact inserts. I keep coming for it. I'm so sorry. I just can't get this layout to work. First off, it's hourly, so that was already a huge hurdle for me. And it worked out well when I was doing this daily Instagram challenge for August. So the challenge had these daily prompts, and so that helped me kind of plan out my posts and just brainstorm what I wanted to do for those prompts. But then as soon as I finished that challenge, I had no idea what to do with these inserts. I did fall out of it eventually. I only used it for 6 weeks. So sad, but it was just getting in the way. I felt like I had to use it, but it wasn't working out for me. It felt like a chore to do, and I know planning isn't always supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be functional, but at the same time, if I'm not enjoying it, then I don't want to keep doing it. And I haven't completely given up on these inserts. This goes until July 2021, I think, or June 2021, so I still have a couple of months left. I might try doing some time tracking with this, but for now, I'm not even gonna worry about it. And I can always just go back someday and change up these dates if I want to use it. It's not a big deal for me to just scratch out these dates and write in my own. So I'm pretty sure I will find a use for these inserts. But that was a big lesson for me. Don't buy a data planner unless you're 100% sure you're going to use it. So I went through my happy planner stickers, and I think I'm going to work with these black and white stickers. I think that will also help kind of break up the blueness of the spread that I'm planning. Yep, I think that could work. Alright, so next question is, have you ever broken up with a planner and then come back to it later? When I was exploring other options for my second planner, I did use a personal size first, and then I moved to pocket size, and then I went back to personal. And that's just because I wanted to assign a clear role for my pocket planner and my personal planner. So I've mentioned this on the video before, but now my pocket planners are for my wallet, and then my personal planner is for my second planner, which holds all of my social media ideas. And I'm also slowly transitioning it to a general project planner. So whenever that gets done, I'll make a follow-up video. But I've been so slow at setting up my planners. It's so sad. I don't know why, but I'm trying not to pressure myself too much to finish things, just because I feel like I need to make content out of it, because my planners are for me, right? It's not always for social media. That's not to say that it's bad if you make content just for social media, but I think it helps to just take your time and go at your own pace, and don't worry too much if people are going to like your planners or not. So I think I'm gonna go with this sticker instead. I think it's a bit more cohesive. Oh, that's so cute. Alright, so that was a good decision. Alright, so I'm at the last question already, and I haven't even finished my spread, so we'll just finish the last question and then we'll go ahead and finish up the decorating. So last question is, if you had to spend the rest of your life with just one planner, which planner would you choose and why? For me, that would be a bullet journal. I feel like that's the option that makes the most sense to me, because you can make a bullet journal with anything. It doesn't have to be a fancy notebook or a fancy pen. You can go to the dollar store, pick up a composition book, pick up a ballpoint pen, and you can make a bullet journal. For me, that would be the one planner that I would stick to, because it wouldn't feel so constraining to me. I can easily draw whatever spread I want. I can do lettering if I want to make things pretty, but it will remain functional and effective for me as far as using it as a planner. Alright, so that was all the questions I have. Let me go ahead and finish up the spread. This is kind of a disaster video, isn't it? I'm so sorry you have to sit through this. So I'm going to put a black and white sticker here. Let's see if I can use any of these stickers. I love this sticker sheet. I've been holding on to this because it's just so beautiful. I know I'm going to have to use it one of these days, because you shouldn't try to hoard stickers. You know, you should use them. You have them, and they would look so much better on your notebook than on just a sticker sheet. So I think I'm going to pick this sticker, and then I'm going to use the black and white stickers here to kind of accent this. Hopefully it works. I'm going to have to kind of eyeball the positioning. So let's just go ahead and place the sticker down. Hopefully it doesn't fall apart while I'm trying to peel it. It's kind of the danger of using stickers, because when they're washi style stickers like this, they can be a little fragile. So that's what I have so far. I think I want to put in one more black and white sticker, and then we'll figure out what to do with this spot here. So in the cases of I want to put a sticker here, but it kind of overlaps the text on my planner, I would actually just go ahead and rewrite this over my sticker. So there's a bit of overflow, but it's okay. It doesn't bother me too much. And certainly not the end of the world if there's some overflow happening in my planner spreads. Alright, so I think this spread is coming along so great. I'm loving how it looks so far. This is the time where I start adding in little knickknacks on these open spaces here. Hopefully that doesn't ruin the spread. That tends to happen more often than not. So I'm gonna go ahead and look through my botanical sticker set here and see if I can add like these little accent bugs. I love them, they're so cute, but let's see if I can find one that matches the color palette I have going on here. There's a lot of blues, a lot of yellows, so I want to keep that up. That looks really cute. Okay, and then let me see. Oh, I know what I can do. I can put a quote sticker here. I think we're good. I think that is it. All right. So that was quite the journey to get to this point. Let me just clean up a little and then I can show you the final spread. Alright, so here is the final look of this spread. This is week 4 on my planner. I'm so happy with how this spread turned out. It did take me a while to get there. I don't usually take this long to decorate a spread. I think it's because I was filming and talking and all that. So this is the final look. I hope you all like it. Let me know what you think. Was it too much, too little? Let me know down below. Again, if you'd like to join us on this collab, please use the hashtag PlannerCrush2021 and don't be afraid to DM me your video link on Instagram. I definitely love to see your answers. Thank you so much for watching this video. This is Bao Bao Notes and I'll see you next time. Bye!